Don't move! You again. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Wound up? You mean messed up?
Dog. We don't take no lessons from the likes of you. We do our job carefully and fairly. No stone was left unturned.
Really? Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you...
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
A hell of a location. Garden of the Hawkins mansion. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place, thought to be abandoned, revealed some surprises. Signs of recent occupation as well as a partly charred painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officers willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion into madness.
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
Yeah. Investigation professional.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Anything else? It's like that bartender.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Right. Give me a gun.
I don't believe the fire is the only reason this house is in such a state.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around, it would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
You go on.
Why not? You can help.
Right.
Let's go, policeman. Should walk a little faster though. Likes to strut. Nobody walks that slow. Come on, buddy.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined.
1693. What?
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
Poor kid. Poor kid. The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
Did you put that there, fella?
The caretaker takes great care of these graves.
Alright, let's go. Reach the manor. Ready for some Resident Evil action. We'll board it up. We ain't going in this way.
I'll have to find another entrance.
crow friend. Well rusted.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. And let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Sarah Hawkins' father sent me here to investigate the death of his daughter.
Webster, huh? I understand how he feels. But me? I want the dead to rest in peace. And that means kicking the ass of gumshoes like you.
Why would you not want me to help understand what happened here?
I've got nothing to hide. Tell me what you're doing here. And no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin.
Yeah, that's it, vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Silas the virus. Caretaker of the Hawkins property. The old caretaker of the Hawkins family, Silas Winchester, still watches over the family graveyard and the burned out mansion devoted to Charles Hawkins, whom he all but raised. So he's Alfred. He also has great respect for the memory of Sarah Hawkins and their child Simon. His long months of solitude in the abandoned property have made him very distrustful. Silas still puts flowers on the graves of Charles, Sarah, and Simon. Well, good old Braddles. Only got a name, Cat, that's it. James Fitzroy, Roy Mitchell, Simon Hawkins, deceased. Only son of Sarah and Charles, died in the fire. A wealthy businessman, well respected in the Boston area, Stephen Webster, came to me in order that I investigate the death of his only daughter, Sarah Hawkins. The man accepts neither refusals nor inconvenient truths. He is ready to do anything to prove that his daughter was not mad. Charles was a local celebrity on Darkwater, the heir of a ship owner family. He used to travel a lot. He met Sarah Hawkins during a trip in Paris. They fell in love, got married, and Hawkins took her to the remote island of Darkwater. They had a child named Simon and lived a very secretive life. Sarah Hawkins, a painter known for a tortured artistic universe. She was worshipped for the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearances. I seem to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whisper to me." Her marriage to Charles Hawkins years ago surprised high society columnists. A wealthy Boston heiress, known for her party-going, chooses to follow her new husband and live as a recluse on the island of Darkwater. She disappeared from the front pages of the newspapers and nobody heard any more about her. Even her death in a fire remained a secret. Only her father, Stephen Webster, continued to seek the truth. So this dude went crazy, killed her, and then killed the kid, and then set it on fire.
Stop bothering me.
Stop poking me!
Shall we enter?
Let's go. Hang on a second. You want to
Now
chat?
that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go.
Fun and games is over. Hang on a second. What was around here? Hang on a second. What was over here? Medicine book just
This gate is locked.
somewhere, waiting to be collected. Oh, it's his house? Caretaker's house? We won't know. Let's go have a little look inside, shall we?
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes. Bourbon. Empty, of course.
Gotta remember to put that back. Oh, we can't get in? It's not really a sliding window or anything, is it? Kind of just tethered there. We probably should... Dude, we probably should slide this back. That's a terrible detective. Come on, dude. Can't disturb things and then walk away. Especially in a place where you shouldn't be. Can't go up there. Was that something on rock pile? On a rock pile? What, back here? Might have just been something flashing. Yeah, it was just shiny rocks. Yeah, there's something... There's a little shiny rock around here somewhere. Like that one there. Oh, we should take the axe. Game sure does a lot of work in setting the tone. Yes, I agree. It's like Silent Hill in a way. Silent Hill is very much surrounding you in fog, playing little sounds in the background, establishing your location before it goes,
Pierce, shall we enter?
or it sucks you in.
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Hawkins Mansion. Pierce and Officer Bradley explore the gardens of the Hawkins Mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by Silas Winchester, the old caretaker. Still faithful to his employers, keeps watch on the place, armed with his axe. No E at the end? Pierce and Bradley manage to calm him down and finally get hold of the key to Hawkins' mansion. They enter the building, looking for the scene of the fire.
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
Who left the light on? Lovely. Lovely shot. Oh, it's a little bit disturbed.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Let us reconstruct. No, I can't out here. Who?
What kind of meat is this?
Man flesh. It's a man meat there.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
Okay. The hell is that? Did he ate a bit of Cthulhu? With an angry face. Find the fire scene. Anything else here? There's nothing there. Paintings up the top. Can't go through the doors. Oh, here we go.
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
I don't want to eat that bloody Cthulhu. He goes, you eat your bloody Cthulhu. You bloody eat it, mate.
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched?
She didn't want to eat it either.
Something happened at this table. An argument?
You didn't like Cthulhu being meat?
Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Oh yeah, there it is. Got all the molds all over. Hey, there's a little ratty there.
Silas managed to bring the fire under control.
Sarah Hawkins and little Simon. The perfect picture of the middle-class family.
Looking very happy.
Sarah Hawkins and little Simon. The perfect picture of the middle-class family. Charles and Sarah's wedding is painted by Sarah herself.
Serious business, getting married. Ooh.
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
Charles Hawkins poses like an explorer in front of exotic ruins. It is common knowledge that he wasted away his fortune on expensive trips. What was he looking for? Crack. That's what he was looking for.
Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way.
Dude, you could literally look, you put a foot there, then you put your foot there, then you're on the other side. Get there.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others?
Well, he ain't burnt. He ain't burnt to a crisp.
They had a fight. Why? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
See right into their brain. Look at that. Like, we're talking about the shoe here. What about the body? What else we got?
Did it stop at the time of the fire?
Round about the time?
Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
There he is.
Did someone escape the fire? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
One CP for me. Look, I could just about step over that.
Disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
Forget about the chief. Chief's an idiot.
This door is locked.
Little ratties. History of medicine in the 18th century. A collection of medical knowledge and health practices in the 18th century actually only covers the so-called civilized countries. It does not deal with the influence of holistic medicines or medicines from continents considered inferior. Which places are those?
These bandages are covered in dried blood. But whose?
Whose do you think, mate?
The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty.
Oh, now we know it. We can join in. Like, it actually is a Sherlock Holmes
This
game.
door is blocked from the outside.
In fact, I think it's made by the Focus group. Focus Entertainment. Never seen it in action myself or played it, but I've seen it over the years. Hang on, didn't we just come this way?
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
Original edition? What? Why? Why that sound? Oh!
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The
Moby
epic battle between man and whale.
Dicko, a copy of the novel Moby Dick by Herman Melville. A classic, especially for a family of ship owners.
Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music.
These notes are absolutely messed up. We hit those keys, will a secret door open?
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
A thing in the corner. The human body? A comparative analysis, a precise and very detailed treatise on the particularities of the human body compared to the animal world. This simplicity of its writing and the vulgarization of its vocabulary make it accessible to the profane. Progression. Trent read Moby Dick, hated it. Honestly, it's hard to stay in it. 10 pages just describing a chowder. Was it a good chowder? It was meh. I have never read
Darkwater history.
or seen anything
This place was settled back in 1692.
to do with the old
Two
Dicko.
families that seceded from the New England colonies.
Don't know anything about it. Something about a whale.
One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable.
Otherworldly.
20,000 leagues under the sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
Ooh, crowbar time. Crowbar found in Hawkins Manor. It probably belongs to the caretaker.
A crowbar. Could prove useful.
And unlock him and unlock his head. Oh, the light's dipping out again. Somehow.
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla.
Interesting imagery.
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Dear sir, as you know, I have always held you and your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your wife. Last week, she, again, terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. He alone seems able to make her come to her senses. If these disturbances were to recur, believe me that, although it would feel like torture, I would be obliged to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Anton Willard. Is it just me, or did a skull or something just flash right there? I'm sure that was like a skull or something. Right here. Right there. Let's keep going in. Let's go further.
Locked.
Scratches. Scratches. And a key. The key that opens the door to Sarah Hawkins' office.
What will her room reveal about her?
Let's close that door, shall we? Can't open that. You saw a skull? It's very quick.
Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
Barbiturates. They act as a depressant of the nervous system, but once you begin, you can never live without them. Of that I know something. What time for that to cut out?
A barbiturate prescription from a certain Dr. Fuller.
Dr. Thomas Fuller, Riverside Institute, Darkwater, Massachusetts. 75 milligrams of amobarbital sodium to be taken every 4 to 6 hours as required. If attacks become too violent, add 25 milligrams to phenylbutyrol up to 3 times a day. Do not consume alcohol or any other medication during the period of treatment.
That's a massive dose. Was Sarah violent?
Come on, dude, you can do it.
This padlock is too complicated for me.
Well, use the key then.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Use the damn key. Office key. Oh, it's not a... You gotta find it off. Isn't this her office? Come on. Use it.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
You just try it anyway.
This door is locked.
Locked. Ah, that one. There we go. Ooh, beautiful. Lovely stuff.
The door is blocked on the other side.
Doesn't open this way either. The hell is that meant to be? A candle? Ugh. Well, she does her work, I guess.
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
painting for Boston client, 230 buckaroonies, 107. Mate, they were rolling in the cash. $230 back then. What's that? Back in the 19 whatevers, 100 years ago. 230 bucks. Crazy amount of money. And painting for AD returned. Painting for Dr. F have paid for the treatment. Pay for the treatment. FS.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why.
Francisco.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? Looks like a revocation ritual. Was she trying to invoke something or banish it?
Bit under 4,000. Man, I actually expected that to be higher.
Bradley? Is that you?
I think Bradley's already dead. Oh, what?
The boys' room.
Oh, okay. Bradley's already dead. He was dead the entire time?
A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed. Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family?
Seeing things. Things were talking to them, hearing voices.
What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
What was going through that boy's mind?
We had a little fort going on and everything.
Is anyone there?
Where'd he go? Come on, parkour.
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
Just wasted all that time talking about it. Could have got him already.
This door is blocked from the outside. The lyrics of the drunken sailor. A sea
I'll
shanty.
cover you.
This door was closed earlier. Where did he go?
Secret door?
It looks like an old seaway map.
I'll spin this.
As if the bookcase has
yeah.
been moved several times.
Spin the wheel. Dark water. The Scylla. The Prodigal. Fierce. Saint Claudine.
Do you really think that your fugitive came in here? I don't see any way out.
He's here. He's here.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well. I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins. The Scylla. It looks like a freehand map of dark water. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. This panel is movable.
Ooh.
Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism.
Let's find where the Scylla is. Force the gear train. Use the crowbar. Oh, cool.
I'd be better off not touching them for the moment.
There's an option. Right, let's see what else is in here first. We venture off.
They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips. Seems like this came from a log.
42N70 Darkwater Island. We sailed north. I prefer to when the whales disappeared without a trace. With these carcasses, we can no longer ignore their sad fate. What is eating these huge beasts? I told Hamilton that it was a bad omen. He doesn't care. We dropped anchor near a village. The inhabitants say that the waters are red with the blood of the sacred beasts, and to follow them is to defy the gods. I told them that I only fear God Almighty, but in the loneliness of the hold, I'm scared. We have sighted a huge whale in the distance. Its size seems to be beyond anything known to man. It sends out an infernal song. Hamilton wants it. We've caught it. It's the most grotesque whale I've ever laid eyes on. Will go into memory as the biggest catch ever. Men have died, but we have gained glory. This day will be celebrated for years to come. Darkwater, we have beaten the Orpheus, returned with empty holds. The Scylla and Hamilton are only memories.
There must be a link with the Seaway map. This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism. Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
The red line is the Scylla. There's a big 35N and 53W right there. $35N, 53W. God. Nope.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
That one worked.
Looks like it worked.
Well done, Pierce.
Hawkins Mansion. Sarah Hawkins' office bears. As for Charles Hawkins' officer revealed a passage to a network of underground caves. Let's get in. Get in there. Into the Batcave. I am Batman. It's a Batman origin story. Inside the Hawkins mansion, the scene of the fire revealed its secrets. Pierce, an officer, Bradley, now on the trail of a survivor, had undertaken to search the place, looking for proof, when a hooded man leaped into Sarah Hawkins' workshop to steal a painting. Detective and police officers set off after him. By following him to the office of Charles Hawkins, they discovered a secret passage. Pierce and Bradley enter the tunnel under the mansion.
The secret passage. Under the manor. It's like a detective novel.